Ayan! Good morning, everyone! Welcome to CEO Insight Asia's Executive Series, Principles of Scaling. Yan, it's Friday ngayon. So, for those who are watching in Facebook Live, yan, yung ating millions of viewers dito at sa loob. Formally introducing myself, my name is Florentino A. Hernando. I'm one of the founders and executive advisor of CEO Insights Asia. And I will be mentioning our purpose. It's infusing ideas that build lasting companies. So good news para sa mga nanonood sa atin. Hindi po ako ang mag-talk ngayon. Ayan, gusto nyo yan. Ha? Gusto nyo ng magpahinga. Ayan, sige. So, we'll proceed na. No? I'm not gonna be the one who'll be sharing the topic for today. But a quick reminder why we do this every Friday at 10 a.m. You know, walang tigil yan. Umulan, bumagyo. Mga anak yung asawa ko, 'di ba? Mabuntis yung host natin, tuloy ito. Yan. And our purpose is installing DNA principles that scale organizations. See? So what we want is for you to be able to take at least just one idea that you can immediately apply into your day-to-day operations, no? So ayaw nating sayangin yung oras nyo, gusto nating may makuha kayo, pwede na, okay? Huwag nyo nang tapusin palabas, di ba? Diretso na, apply na kagad. Yan, sige. So just a quick overview for the month's topic. Our focus is all about purpose and the theme is all about branding. So we talked about infusing ideas that build lasting companies. We talked about world-class principles, world-class practices, and world-class business people. So ito yung overview ng pinag-usapan natin the past 4 weeks. We talk about more than hype. And then that's week 1. Week 2, we talk about more than buzz. Okay, it's all about being a learning and an engaged organization. Internal branding ang pinag-usapan natin the first 2 weeks. And then the next 2 weeks, more than promises and more than pay, we talked about external branding. You know, we talk about how to build a community and how to turn that community into cult status of branding. That the cult status is these are the people who promote our brand. You know, we don't need to pay them. Sila na mismo ang ating ambassadors of our brand. Yan. Okay. So, announcements, very quick lang. We have unlocked 40 plus executive CEO circle members. Ayan. So, it's actually, according to the data dito, it's more than 30 companies and brands. So being part of the membership enables you to join circles. And circles are happening every week. Once a week yan. No? So meron tayong circle, CEO circle for men, for women, and for couples. So if you want to become an executive member of CEO Insights Asia, just check up sign up link na ipapadala ng ating operators. Ayan. So there, and then our membership fee is 15,000 annually. So that's about a little over 1,000 per month. And you meet weekly, so that's around mga 200 pesos a week. You get to interact with fellow CEOs in an ever-increasing ecosystem. Ayan, sa mga nanonood sa Facebook, chat naman dyan, I want to become a member, di ba? Para naman ganahan tayong maging part ng ating ecosystem. Ayan, ito pa. So we are doing an organizational DNA workshop October 5 to October 26 every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Enrollment is still ongoing. So dito, basically, we're partnering with my firm. We've been hearing a lot about inquiries sa ating executive advisory asking if they want to be part or they invite me as their executive advisor, but they cannot afford my rate as of today, which is fine, you know. So a lot of people have this conversation. So sabi namin, ganito na lang, we'll create a workshop where you will be able to experience sort of a 1-month executive advisory just to get a taste. And dito sa workshop na to, meron kayong output. You will be able to have your own purpose and your core values. Hindi to talk-talk lang, hindi to POS na magsasalita lang ako. No, you will have your own purpose statement and your core value statement. And it's worth 3 months ng executive advisory. Microwave natin into one. And that's basically it, no? So that people can afford the first activity na ginagawa natin sa ating mga executive advisory. Okay, so the fee is 150,000. So we want to make this available for all. So you can use the down payment for 100,000 pesos, and then the 50 will be on the 3rd week. And we want you to join and become part of this workshop. And here's the clincher. 100% of the proceeds will not come to diretso sa CEO Insight. Wala po akong makukuha dyan. This is my way of adding value to CEO Insight Asia. Wala po. Zero. Okay? Hindi po ako magpo-profit dito. Just wanted to give value. At totoo yan, inaaway na ako ng asawa ko. Dahil dyan. Okay. So there, you want to sign up, nandyan ang link, ibibigay na lang sa or message the page. Message the page, and then we'll provide instructions on how to proceed. Yan, sige. Next, eto, sa pang pinakaabangan natin, CEO Summit. Yan. So, happening this October 20 to 29 at Novotel, presenting our official list of faculty. So, syempre, nandiyan kaming tatlo, ang mga founders, BK Rivera, a man who needs no introduction, and then Paulo Hilario of Laybear. And then we have Marvin Galang of One Tax. We have Celine Yu, Executive Director of Chevrolet, Kim Lato, Kim Store, Steve C, Paco Magsaysay of Carmen's Best Ice Cream, and then our faculty for today, Kat Castro. So she's the Chief Product Officer of Beppo. And yeah, we want you to be part of that. So there, in addition to the 2-day intensive CEO leadership education na gagawin natin sa Novotel, ang Gala Night. So get your gowns and tux ready. Diba? Ako, ready na yung tux ko. Iisa lang naman ang suot natin. Mapa POS, mapa CEO night, mapa whatever. Ayan, hindi kayo magugulat kapag nakita nyo ako dyan. So it's a night of networking, connections with fellow CEOs. So you are the star dito. So we invite you to become part of it. And here's the good news. If you become an annual member, may free 1 executive pass na tayo. Di ba? Talagang binibigyan lang na, pamigay na. Steal na to. So there, you get to interact with fellow CEOs. Then there will be wine. Walang magdadrive pa uwi. So, yan. Ingat-ingat tayo dyan. Alright. So here's a short clip of one of the participants na magjo-join sa ating CEO Summit. UG of the Self-Made Academy is inviting you. So with that, roll Betamax.
Hello, my name is Eugene Inuura, CEO and founder ng Self-Made Media and Publishing. I'm really looking forward and excited to CEO Summit because I want to learn and get knowledge from battle-tested and proven CEOs. I hope to see you sa CEO Summit. It's gonna be super fun. So see you there.
All right. So thank you, UG, and we'll see you at the CEO Summit. Another announcement, we've been on our 2nd week of executive education program. No, this is an intensive weekly course na ginagawa natin with fellow CEOs Build the Business 101 featuring notes. So meron tayong mga CEOs na kahit may sakit ay gumagawa ng insights. So nagbabasa sila rito, nagpe-present sila rito, nag-breakout rooms, nag-insights and all. So this is a MBA on steroids. So it's a 4-week, month-long executive education offered by CEOInsight Asia. And now we're opening the enrollment for Build the Business 102, November 7 to 28. I will be facilitating that, di ba? So medyo bumibilis na ang ating mga aktibidades dito sa CIA. Ayan, so pag hindi pa kayo part nito, ewan ko na kung anong pinaggagawa niyo sa buhay niyo. So there. So looking forward seeing you on our next batch. Okay, so last but not the least, before we introduce our faculty for today, we want to keep reminding everyone why we do this. And our purpose as an ecosystem is infusing ideas that build lasting companies. This isn't just about making money, lots of it now. It's all about making money, lots of it now, and in the next 50 years or so, as we transfer our companies to our children, our children's children, and to the next generation. Yun yung purpose. That's what we're learning here in this ecosystem. And to formally introduce our faculty, so her name is Catherine Castro. She is the Chief Product Officer of Beppo, and she is also one of its founders. And isa rin tong faculty para sa ating summit. So with that, I give the floor to Miss Catherine Castro. Ma'am, yours.
Thank you, Sir Fa. Good morning, everyone. So I'll quickly share my screen. Yan. Oops, mali. Ayan. Sige. I want this session to be as interactive as possible. So, yung mga nasa Zoom, so we're a few here lang. If you can open your camera, kung okay lang, open your camera so that we can be as interactive as possible. And then, let's keep the chat box as alive as possible as well. Ayan. So, can you type 1 sa chat box if you can see my screen? Yan. Thank you everyone. So, yeah, so I think we will go through the slides na. Ayan. Ayan, thank you for those na nagta-type ng 1. Thank you. Yan. So, my topic for today is playing the long game. So, I'll be sharing with you 3 personal lessons that I learned building a brand. So, when sila Surfa approached me to do this lesson today sa principles of scaling, and I don't know the topic yet. So, ang background ko kasi I'm an accountant by profession. I'm an accountant, and if you know accountants, what do you know of accountants? Di ba boring? Boring sila, nakaharap lang sa computer or sa spreadsheet or hindi sila nakikipag-usap sa tao, and most accountants, they don't really know how to market themselves, much more their services. Then Surfa mentioned na the topic will be about branding. And nakakatawa kasi branding is one of the topics that I love talking about. Like when I was mentoring other accountants before, it's a topic that I can really discuss lengthily. Not because I'm a branding strategist or a marketing person, but because I experienced doing branding for my own businesses before, and even for my personal brand. So I experienced firsthand yung power ng branding. So the lesson for today will not be as technical as possible because I know in the last few weeks, nabigay na yon ng mga ibang nagturo sa atin. But what I want you to get out of this session today is ano yung personal lessons coming from the point of view of a founder myself, and coming also from someone in the profession na boring. So, para lang may context kayo na why you should listen and why you should pay attention to branding. So, before we go on, konting icebreaker lang tayo. So, I will be showing you here some pictures, and then in the chat box or yung mga nasa Facebook Live, can you comment what do you feel or what do you think kapag nakikita nyo to? What's the first word that comes to your mind, or what feeling yung na-generate sa'yo when you see the following pictures? So, game? Sige, game. So, una, ito. What do you feel or what do you think when you see this picture, this logo? Sabi ni Roel, expensive. Yan, di ba? Yung mga nag-aabang, nag-aabang ng mga launch nito. Yan, expensive. Yung iba, what do you feel or think kapag you see this logo? So this is the logo of Apple. Yan. Sabi ni Frank, number 1. Kasi favorite ni Frank. Favorite niya yung brand. So ano siya, ang dami niya na sigurong na-spend for this brand. Yeah, expensive, di ba? Personally ako, pag nakita ko to, yun din ang naisip ko it's an expensive brand. Yeah. So hindi ko nakikita yung Facebook Live. Ito, nakita ko. May nagsabi dito sa live, quality. Yes, expensive and quality. Yes. So another picture. What do you feel or what do you think? What word comes to your mind when you see this brand? Diabetes. Sabi ni Roel. Christmas. Yes. Ako, pag Coca-Cola, naiisip ko, merienda. Merienda. Or, ayun, yung tipong snack or parang rest. Yan. Another brand. Ito, what do you feel or think when you see this picture? Yan, love ko yan. Yan, 'di ba? Love ko to, sabi ng McDo. Chick-fil-A, pantawid gutom. Yes, 'di ba? Kasi pag wala kang makain, 'di ba? Punta ka sa McDo. Minions. Yes. Another brand. What do you feel or think about when you see this brand? Butas bulsa. Ako, budol. Though hindi pa nakarating dyan, I know of people na wala naman silang balak bilhin, pero nung pumunta sila dyan, napagastos sila ng malala. Yan, budol. Yan. And another brand, ito. What do you feel or think when you see this picture? Yan, all-time favorite. C3, specific yung order ni Roel. Langhap sarap, Jolly Spag and Chicken. Yeah. Ako personally, pag Jollibee, ang lagi kong naalala dyan, lagi siyang baon sa akin ng nanay ko noong elementary kapag kunyari, pagkatapos ng exam, tapos maayos yung results ng exam, parang yun yung reward, yung Jolly Hotdog. So yun yung parang childhood memory ko pag Jollibee and Jolly Hotdog. Yan, extra rice, Chicken Joy. Yeah. So, thank you everyone for participating sa ating icebreaker. So, anong napansin nyo, 'di ba? All of those brands, all of those big brands, they command your attention. 'Di ba? Attention. So, attention. So, mapapansin nyo, attention nowadays, lalo na nung nag-booming social media, na anyone can become viral in a matter of days, di ba? Tipong nobody ka ngayong araw na to, kinabukasan, viral ka na, sikat ka na. And the same with brands. So attention is very expensive today. Mapapansin niyo rin yun when it comes to advertising costs, tumataas siya. Kasi napakamahal na ng attention today. Many people, bakit siya tumataas? Bakit siya nagiging mahal? Kasi it's becoming more easier for people to research on their own. 'Di ba? People, consumers, customers are becoming more sophisticated. They are becoming more educated, 'di ba? At the end of their fingertips, kaya nilang mag-search ng options, 'di ba? So parang what happens now is that brands, companies, businesses are nag-aagawan sa attention ng mga consumers. So, attention is very expensive. And the currency of marketing is really attention. Because yung ibang metrics ng marketing like how are you able to convert, 'di ba? How are you able to retain? Nagsisimula, wala kang i-retain, wala kang i-convert kung walang prospects, walang leads that got your attention. So it all starts with attention. So mamaya pa ulit-ulitin ko to yung attention. So parang what I want you to take away kung meron man kayo, kung makalimutan niyo lahat ng sinabi ko, what I want you to get from this session is that when you think of branding, think of the word attention. Because that's all there is. So napakalawak ng branding, and I'm not saying that I'm a branding expert because I'm not one. But coming from the point of view of a founder, the biggest game changer when it comes to branding is really understanding na ang pinaglalabanan natin dito is the attention. Attention of the market, of the people, of the industry that we wanted to serve. So attention, branding. So mapapansin nyo, di ba, the largest brands in the world all have one thing in common. They have, meron tayong brand recall sa kanila. Di ba? Yung mga pinakita ko sa inyong logos kanina, mga brands kanina, meron tayong certain feeling, meron tayong certain thought, meron tayong certain memory about the brand. Bakit? Siyempre, una sa lahat, nakuha nila yung attention natin. So whether it's an emotion or an idea or a memory nung kunyari sa kanyo, memory ng pagkabata, nakuha niya yung attention natin. So mapapansin nyo na mahalaga yung branding when it comes to getting the attention of our target market or consumers. So before I go on, so I want to share to you na branding is really close to my heart kasi branding helped me personally in many business and career shifts that I made in the past. So when I talk about branding, I'm not just talking about like, okay, tayo ka ng business, then gawan mo ng logo, etc. But branding, nagsisimula rin siya even with your personal brand. So there are two facets of branding na I want you to mamulat. So there's the side of personal brand. So kunyari ikaw, you have a business, you are the founder, you have a brand. And then your business, kung ano man yan, that's your business brand. So I'm talking from the point of view na even if wala ka pang like business, even if you are representing the business in your own name, sa sarili mo, you are in fact already carrying a brand. So, kaya ako nilagay dito yung LinkedIn ko. Kasi parang, even way back, I was able to build some businesses. Even I was employee pa lang ako hanggang sa nag-financial advisor ako. Hanggang sa nag-freelancer ako and then building businesses now. What really helped me position well, even if bago ka sa industry na yon or bago ka sa market na yon, even if hindi ka nila kilala, is really branding yourself well. And yun din yung parang one of my parang personal strategies is that when I'm trying to launch a new business brand, I'm trying to relate it with my personal brand. Bakit? Kasi people, 'di ba? People are people. They are emotional human beings. So they can relate well with the person behind the brand even before they believe in your business brand. Pansin niyo yun, di ba? Yung most businesses na successful right now is really even yung people behind the business, even the people behind the brand are really living up to what the brand is about. Diba? They are even patronizing their own products. Diba? Kasi parang how would you encourage other people to believe in kunyari in your products or your services that you're selling if you yourself hindi ka naniniwala, or you yourself you're not able to articulate properly what are you even trying to do? What is your business about? So I hope na-connect ko yung why important yung personal brand with your business brand. And being very conscious about our business brands helped me differentiate myself from the competition. Kasi sabi nga natin kanina, napakamahal ng attention nowadays. Example natin sa freelancing world, because I came from the freelancing industry as well. Ang daming freelancers. So sa dami ng freelancers sa Pilipinas pa lang, di natin i-count yung nasa ibang bansa pa. How would you stand out among the sea of competition? Kung pare-pareho, kunyari, pare-pareho naman kayo ng ino-offer na social media, how would you stand out? So branding plays a big part in helping you differentiate and also helping you seize good opportunities for yourself and your brand. Another is, more importantly, branding helped us get the attention of the people that we want to serve. So dito sa deck ngayon, I'm just showing you some of the brands that ito yung kape, may kape business ako before, but nawala siya because of a personal reason. And then itong Pinay Breadwinners, when hindi siya talaga company, but I was a financial advisor myself before, and alam kong may financial advisor dito. Diba? You know, napakatindi ng competition sa insurance industry. Diba? Mga tao, parang invite mo pa lang sila, kamustahin mo. Pag alam nilang financial advisor ka, anong reaction, di ba? Invitahin ako nito magkape kasi bebentahan ako ng insurance. O kaya parang nangangamusta lang to kasi magpe-presento ng ng proposal, etc. And nung time na I was a financial advisor, I was trying to change that. Kasi I really believe before nga na before you can even change the mindset of a person about like insurance, etc., you have to show them bakit nila kailangan yun. And for me, the best way for me to show that is to showcase or highlight stories of financial success. And being a breadwinner myself, I was trying to show them na being a breadwinner, I can relate to you. So that, sa example na yon, in my own way, I was trying to show them the kind of brand, the kind of positioning, the kind of insurance agent that I am. So I hope nakukuha niyo yung kwento behind those brands. And then, syempre, when I went into freelancing, and then eventually I built my own consulting agency na we have a team now. So I built this brand, this Thrive Global CFO. So the meaning behind that is that what I wanted to do is to democratize naman access to quality CFO services for SMEs, because we know na yung mga big companies, di ba, Ayala, name it, SM, they have money to spare to hire CFOs. They have money to spare to really create a big finance team. But then, how about those SMEs, MSMEs? Sila yung mas marami in terms of population, di ba? Sila yung pinakamarami. Who serves them? So parang yun yung question in my mind before. So parang question ko parang what if CFO services are just one click away? And then, doon na na-build yung brand. And then eventually, we have now, syempre yung Thrive, nagkaroon din siya ng co-working space. So we just attached the space to our existing brand. And then, here comes Beppo naman. Beppo, we're trying to position Beppo as the finance app for freelancers. So there are many apps or accounting software or other tools out there that's trying to target like SMEs, small businesses, corporations, etc. But no one is trying to serve the freelancing industry. But the market is growing. So we thought of how about we position ourselves to really serve the freelancing industry. So I'm just trying to share with you yung stories behind creating these brands, both personal and business brands. Because yun nga, sabi ko, a disclaimer, I'm not a branding strategist, but I come from a point, the context of how, as a founder, yung point of view ko with branding na by experience, not by the book. So I hope you'll still listen to me even I said na hindi nga ako branding strategy. So now, I want to share with you 3 personal lessons that I learned on building brands. So 3 personal lessons na parang sabi ko nga when I was doing the deck last night, parang sa dami ng lessons that I learned on building brands, ano yung 3? Parang 3 that I want to leave with you. And ito yung napili ko. So lesson number 1 is that sabi natin kanina, attention builds brands. So attention builds brands. So ang laging tanong is, how do you become top of mind? Sa dami ng ka-competition mo, so kunyari if you are into e-commerce, ang dami mong ka-competition. How do you stand out? And minsan, it's not a matter of really competing with your competitors. Minsan, hindi mo naman kailangan makipag-compete sa kanila. You just have to do something differently or do something better. Not really inventing the whole wheel, di ba? You just have to be different at one thing. And then, makakaagaw ka na ng certain market share. So, attention builds brands. So, di ba, sabi niya, hello, is it leads you're looking for? Di ba, lahat ng businesses, service man yung binibenta mo, product, ano pa ba, you're selling a SaaS, di ba? Lahat tayo kailangan natin ng leads, prospects, kasi you can build the greatest product in the world. But if no one knows about your product, you're bound to fail. Diba? Natatawa nga ako minsan, ito, sa freelancing industry naman, parang marami akong kilala, napakagaling nila, like magaling silang web developer, magaling silang social media manager, pero they are not getting themselves out there, or they're not making ways to really build their brand or their agency. So, ang point ko is, sayang naman. Diba? Sayang naman yung galing mo if you are not able to articulate well ano yung kaya mong ibigay dun sa market that you are trying to serve. So, get out there. So, kung leads ang kailangan mo, prospects, diba? Be out there. So, kaya branding is very important. Now, I just want to share with you this. So, in my point of view, doing these things throughout the years, na-discover ko that there are 3 sources of attention. So, there's the hot market, the warm market, and the cold market. And let's put it in the context na, okay, siguro you're starting a new brand or starting a new business. And then, di ba napansin nyo, sabihin natin, example natin yung kape. Gusto mo, di ba, ang dami ngayon nagtatayo ng mga coffee shop, mapapansin mo kung saan na nagsulputan yung mga mobile coffee shop. Dati, ang nauso, milk tea. Ngayon, parang nagiging puro coffee shop. Tatayo sila ng sarili nilang brand. And pag nagtayo ka ng bagong business, the first set of people who will be your possible customers definitely belongs in the hot market. 'Di ba? Mga kaibigan mo, 'di ba? Sabihin mo sa kanila may bago kang business, your family. And then kung meron ka na existing clients, hot market yan. Then old clients, if you are trying to reinvent a new business. So yun yung hot market mo. Kasi nandun na sila sa sphere of influence mo. Pinakamalapit sa'yo. Mas madali mo silang masabihan about what you're trying to do, what you're selling, what you're trying to put out as a service. So, yun yung hot market. Makapansin nyo, it's only a small circle. Now, if you are doing branding well, you are reaching out and then getting yourself out there or your brand out there, you're now trying to target your warm market. So, personally, what worked for me before is that regardless kung ano man yung binibenta ko, I tried selling physical product na kape. Before, I was also baking cakes. Yung tipong, di ba nauso before yung mga nagbebenta ng cupcakes online, mga customized cakes. I also did that. Tapos, I also tried selling services. Di ba? Accounting, yan. And then, what I realized is that you cannot stop with just serving the hot market. Kasi mauubos yan. Or kung pagkain mo tinitinda mo, mauumay din sila sa tinda mo kung laging sila lang din yung bibili sa'yo. So definitely, you need to get out there. And when you need to get out there, putting out content in whatever form it may be, like videos, blogs, even simple social media posts on your profile or your page. Ngayon, uso na 'di ba yung TikTok? When you put out content out there, mapapansin mo na you are not just putting content out there for the sake of content. You are putting your brand out there. So, ulitin ko yon. Hindi ka nagko-content para lang may mema sabi lang, di ba? You are putting content out there because you are putting your brand out there. And when you're putting your brand out there, you're now trying to tap yung mga people na pwedeng maging warm to your brand. And pag naging warm sila, anong kasunod ng warm? Syempre, magiging hot sila if you nurture them. And eventually, become buyers themselves. And then, so the warm market is parang mapapansin nyo, pinapalaki mo yung circle, yung sources of your attention. Now, finally, the biggest source of attention, syempre, yung cold market. And I think na-touch ata to ni Sir Fab before sa isang lesson. So, the cold market, ito yung hindi wala silang connection sa'yo. Possible na hindi rin sila nakakita ng ad mo or ng content about your business or your brand. Pero they were able to hear about you. Paano? Either ni-refer or inbound. Like may nagsabi or may nagtanong siya sa mga kaibigan niya kung may kakilala bang ganito and then ikaw yung ni-refer. So, and mapapansin nyo, hindi naman ikaw aabot sa point na i-refer ka or i-endorse ka ng ibang tao, magkakaroon ka ng inbound kapag if you were not able to build your brand well. Kasi, attention, di ba? Attention yung labanan dito. Pero, I tell you, di ba, if you are able to get to this part, yung cold market, panalo ka. Kasi, di ba, you can scale exponentially. Exponentially, syempre, in relation to the size of the market that you're trying to serve. Pero ibig sabihin, the opportunities there are endless na. 'Di ba? Kasi possible na yung mga pumapasok na leads, na prospects to your business are now out of your existing database of prospects and customers. So just imagine, di ba, kung consistent yung branding mo and then you're getting yourself out there, your brand out there, palaki ng palaki yung share mo. Then dadating ka sa point na minsan you don't even need to market heavily because your customers or even non-customers will market for you. So, kunyari, example ko dyan, in my consulting business. So, nung solo ako na freelancer, GG ako sa GG ako sa content. Tipong parang addict na everyday I am posting. Kasi I know sino ba ako? Tapos ang daming accountants out there. Bakit nila ako pipiliin? Ang dami naman dyan. Mas may malalaking firms. So, I leverage yung social media. And then, just built social capital, paulit-ulit, ganyan. Until, nagkaroon na maraming clients. And then, natutuwa ako na people are referring, even yung mga nagre-refer sa akin ng clients are people who are not my clients. But they are receiving yung mga messages, yung content about the brand. Alam mo yun? So, my point here is, yung cold market mo will not just come from your existing like hot market and warm market. Even people who are not your clients can refer you, can endorse you, can tell something about you. Diba yung exercise natin kanina sa icebreaker, pinakita pa lang natin yung mga logo, pero something in you, may emotion na na-evoke yung brand na yun. O kaya, a certain memory comes to mind, or a certain word comes to mind, a certain feeling. So we want that in our brand din to happen. So dito, is that 3 sources of attention. If you focus on the hot market and the warm market, you are playing the short game. Short game meaning, okay, maybe you're seeing the business na mag-grow siya in 1 or 2 years. Pero if you are trying to build a business that will last you, na kahit nawala ka na sa mundo, di ba? Or kahit hindi ka, ang morbid natin, no? Kahit hindi ka naman mawala pa sa mundo, like, if you're trying to build a business that you can pass on to the next generation, di ba? You don't want to play the short game. You will play the long game. Kaya, important na you understand na in order for you to play the long game, for you to reach itong biggest circle na cold market, you have to pay attention to your branding. So far so good ba? Nakakasunod? Can you type yes sa chat box kung nakakasunod? Para alam ko na may kausap pa tayo. And then tingnan natin ng Facebook Live. Ayan, mukhang nandun pa naman sila. Ayan. So, sabi nga ni Sean Buck, sabi niya dito, the problem nowadays is not the attention span. Kasi di ba may mga nabasa tayong articles before na sabi nila, ang tao daw, mas maikli na yung attention span niya kumpara sa goldfish. I don't know if scientifically it's proven. Pero, I think the idea comes from, di ba, napakadaming marketing messages we receive every day. Diba? When you watch TV, ang daming marketing messages. When you go to social media, nag-Facebook ka lang naman, pero you are being targeted ng kung ano-anong ads, marketing messages. Diba? So, hindi naman attention span yung problem. Actually, the problem right now, bakit nagiging mahal ang attention is because we have an infinite number of options to choose from. Diba? Ibig sabihin, kung napakadaming options out there, sabihin na lang natin kape. Pag sinabi mong kape, ang daming option. Diba? Nandyan yung mga Starbucks, nandyan yung mga local coffee shops, nandyan yung mga instant coffee. Ano pa? Nandyan yung mga nagtitinda ng brewed, ng mga beans, coffee beans. Napakadaming option. Parang there's really an option. There's always a brand for someone. Kung depende sa gusto mo. So, hindi attention span yung problema. Ang problema is napakadaming option. Now, kung maraming option, ibig sabihin, napakaraming supply. And then, ang pinag-aagaw natin dito is yung demand ng mga tao, yung attention ng mga tao. And I heard one good marketer I know, ang sabi niya sa akin, you cannot invent or create demand. So, you cannot create demand, but you can harness it. You cannot create demand, but you can harness it. So now I want you to think of this na, 'di ba? If there are problems in the world, if there are problems dun sa market that you are trying to serve, then definitely there will be demand. Now, kung may problem, meron kang pwedeng i-harness na demand. Now, ang pag-uusapan na lang natin is kung ma-validate mo nga na merong problems is, are there enough number of people to market to? Kung merong demand, paano mo hahanapin ngayon yung mga taong yon? How do you devise a strategy on how your brand can reach these people that you're trying to serve? Yan. So every business needs constant attention and new eyes on it. Kasi kung gusto natin na mas makilala yung brand natin and mas magkaroon tayo ng greater chance of generating leads and sales for our businesses, then we have to pay attention to our branding. So attention builds brands. Yun yung lesson number 1. So lesson number 2 is this. Yan. Lesson number 2, it's hard to scale if no one knows about your business. It's hard to scale if no one knows about your business. 'Di ba? Napaka-ironic if you built a business and nag-iisip ka na agad on how to scale it kung yung pinaka-core ng branding ng business mo is hindi mo siya na-pay attention to. So, ang hirap i-grow ng isang business if ang gulo ng branding mo. So, ano yung ibig ko sabihin dito? So, for me, branding is this. If I can put it into simple words, branding helps you define who you are, sino ka ba, or ano ba yung brand mo, what you do. What is your brand or company or your business trying to do? Why you do it? Bakit mo siya ginagawa? Why of all people na pwede namang tulungan ng brand mo, bakit mo to ginagawa? And how you do it? Paano mo siya ginagawa? What is something unique about your brand or your business that sets you apart from the other competitors, 'di ba? Other brands that are serving the same market as you are, or other competitors who are offering the same service or product that you have. So branding is who you are, what you do, why you do it, and how you do it. So I hope na-screenshot yun na yan. Ayan. So, di ba, branding, balik ako dito, branding positions you. Na-mention ko kanina yung about positioning. So, ano ibig sabihin nun, di ba? You want to be seen as someone reliable. So, regardless kung service ang binibenta mo, accounting service, o ano ba, salon, di ba? Salon service, or nagbebenta ka ng physical product, mapapansin mo na yung reliability is not just about service eh. It cuts across all industries, di ba? You want to deal with a business who is reliable. So, in terms of branding, you want to be seen as someone reliable. Lalo na kung bago ka, di ba? Kunyari, in terms of fintech, many people are hesitant to shift from one app to another because iniisip nila yung security. Baka pag lumipat ako sa app na to, mahack ang account ko or makuha yung mga personal info ko. So, yung mga ganong questions in the mind of your prospects, it tells you something about what you should be doing in your brand, di ba? You should be able to position na yung brand mo, yung business mo is someone or a brand that they can rely upon, di ba? Pangalawa, you want to be seen as someone credible. Kapani-paniwala. Hindi ka scammer, di ba? Ayaw natin mga scammer. So, you want to be seen as someone credible. Number 3, you want to be seen as someone who can deliver. Because what's the point of like selling if you can't deliver? Ang tawag doon, selling without delivering, ang tawag doon is scamming, di ba? So you don't want to be labeled as a scammer, di ba? You have to deliver. Then finally, your goal in positioning the business is you want to be seen as someone who helps and solves problems. Because essentially, lahat ng business sa mundo, kaya merong businesses sa mundo because there are many problems to solve. Sabi nga, di ba, as long as meron kang nakikitang problem sa mundo, meron kang pwedeng gawing business, di ba? So, hindi ka mauubusan actually ng ideas kasi ang daming problema ng mundo. Ang daming pwedeng isolve. So, your brand should be able to articulate properly how are you helping your target market na ma-solve yung problema na to. Ganun lang siya kasimple. You don't need fancy marketing ads, di ba? Kasi yung iba, when they're starting out, they're already thinking about, kailangan maganda yung website ko, or they're all about the looks. Pero, important yung looks, yung feel, yung font, di ba? Minsan, pag gumagawa rin ako ng deck, minsan, parang, pagpili pa lang ng font style or ng color, ang tagal ko, then I will realize na, hey, it's not about the font, it's about the content. Then it goes the same way with your branding, di ba? Kahit gaano kaganda yung mga marketing collaterals mo, if you are not able to articulate well who you are, what you do, bakit mo siya ginagawa, and how you do it, mahirapan ka to send the message across to the market that you are trying to serve. So, yung goals natin in positioning, ulitin ko lang, you want to be seen as someone reliable, someone credible, someone who can deliver, and someone who helps and solves problems. So, sabi natin, branding is who you are, what you do, why you do it, and how you do it. So, next is your products are the body. So, di ba, you don't have a business kung wala kang produkto or service. Kasi, humingi ka lang ng pera, then wala, di ba? That's, yun yung scamming, di ba? Yung tipong you're trying to get people's money without offering something in return of value or even na mas mataas pa yung value. So, your products and services are the body and your branding is the soul. Kasi, sabi ko kanina, di ba, you can have the best product in the world, pinakamaganda, pinakamabilis, 'di ba? Affordable. Pero if you are not able to get the message across to your market na sino kami, ano itong ginagawa namin, bakit namin ito ginagawa, and how are we even doing it, it's very hard to scale. Much more go from 0 to 1 customer, 1 to 10 customer, 10 to 100, and then so on so forth. Diba? So mapapansin nyo, branding is at the core. Siya yung soul. Diba? I will point you back to dun sa exercise na ginawa natin, diba? Would you yung kunyari yung sa Apple, bakit may ganun tayong feeling about the Apple logo? Because alam natin, di ba, na Apple products are good, di ba? And they are quality, they are expensive. So, tingin niyo ba kung if Apple, kahit napakaganda ng products nila, if they are not able to convey that message na we are quality, and then medyo nandun siya sa higher end ng price point, 'di ba? Tingin niyo ba it will evoke that feeling today sa atin? 'Di ba hindi? So the point is it takes time also to build your branding. Pero you should be building it from day 1. Even day 0, 'di ba? Even before you launch anything, you should be able to think of branding at the core. Kasi kahit malaking company ka na, importante ang branding. nagsisimula ka, even planning for a new business pa lang, you should think of branding already. Yan. So, yeah. So, attention, di ba? If paired with a good product or service can generate you opportunities, leverage your branding, influence, and pagtagal ng business mo, legacy building. And then, 'di ba, it will require devising a strategy on how to position yourselves in front of your target market. So, we go to lesson number 3. Last na. So, lesson number 3, building a brand is about playing the long game. So, kanina pinakita ko yung diagram, short game versus the long game. So, I want you to remember na branding is not about the logo. Though many people mistake thinking na pag branding, kailangan ko lang ng logo, then I'm good. So, branding is not about the logo, 'di ba? Branding, yung pinakita ko kanina, sino ka, anong ginagawa mo, bakit mo siya ginagawa, and paano mo siya ginagawa. And then, yung logo is just a symbol of your brand so that people can remember. Diba? And then, content marketing will work only if you make your branding work hand in hand. Kahit you put out so much content out there, kahit nasa TikTok ka na, YouTube ka pa, nag-ads ka pa, if hindi siya in line with your branding, you're just wasting money on ads. So, you have to make it work hand in hand. Then, sabi nga ni Seth Godin, di ba, people do not buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. So, personally, in my own businesses, parang what made us grow consistently is that we leverage yung stories, how people think about our products and services. So, hindi naman yun yung binibili nila eh. For example, if you're selling accounting service, hindi naman yung bookkeeping yung binibili nila sa'yo eh. Kasi anyone can do that, di ba? Ang binibili nila doon is the peace of mind. Or yung iba, ang binibili nila doon is they want someone to help them decide better with financials to support it. Diba? So, people do not buy your products and services for the sake of buying it. They are buying stories. They are buying what your product or service can do for them. So, yan. So, in recap, diba? Here are the 3 lessons I learned while building my own branding. So, lesson number 1, attention builds brands. Number 2, it's hard to scale if no one knows about your business. Lesson number 3 is building a brand is about playing the long game. So, attention is an asset. And so, ibig sabihin, branding is an asset. Even if hindi mo nakikita yung branding na line item sa balance sheet mo, asset mo siya. Hindi mo lang siya nakikita. So, gaining attention takes time, is a process that requires time, consistency, creativity, and research. So, you must find where the attention that you want is coming from and devise a strategy on how to harness that attention. So, play the long game because it will pay off in the long run. So, thank you.
Alright, thank you so much, Ma'am Kat. Grabe, daming value bombs. Isa ito sa mga video na babalik-balikan ko. Ayan, so wow, thank you. Sakto, Ma'am. Appreciate it. For everyone who's watching this, I just take 2 more minutes just to close this and then we'll say our goodbyes. I just want to share yung key insight ko, no? Kasi habang nagsasalita si Kat kanina about the long game, yan tayo sa CEO Insights Asia. We're not about just making money now, but making money now, lots of it, and in the coming 50 years or so, or 100 years or so that we can impact more lives. And while she was saying that, I find it weird, not in a good way na, accountant to, let's go, numbers and line items to, di ba? Tapos ang pinag-uusapan is feelings and emotions, di ba? So that's a rare skill that we have. Gusto ko lang sabihin as we close yung key takeaway ko na is really all about having this having the hard work of building loyalty. Dun sa aming group chat sa executive education, si Jobs ang nag-share nito sa kanyang insights, and I took this home. Sabi niya na, there's no such thing as easy. Easy money. There's no such thing. There is after years of building customer loyalty through your branding of and your consistent messaging, consistent communication of the value. That's where the easy money comes in. That's where you tap the cold market. After building that, yung from hot to warm to cold. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for those people who was sa Facebook at saka sa Zoom na nag-join sa atin. Thank you so much. We shall see you next week. We are opening a new series. It's all about leadership. So with that, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the week. Blessings everyone. Bye-bye.